Y'all know I'm from Baltimore, and you are now rocking with the best. This is the best of 7 with your NBA news, and whoops upside your head. Several opposing coaches have listened to Draymond Green's podcast during the playoffs to potentially gain information. Wow, I got to talk to the bosses. Now, here's the deal. Golden State Warriors veteran forward Draymond Green, he is receiving a little bit of criticism for continuing to host his popular podcast throughout this playoffs. Despite the loss of Game 3 in the finals, Draymond Green had released an episode breaking down the game. He spent a portion of this episode clapping back at the critics, and they're not happy. Now, according to some personnel, the Bleacher Report writes, make no mistake, several Boston coaches are tuning into every episode. The Dallas Mavericks staff said they at least monitored snippets of the podcast for information during the Western Conference Finals. And another statement, especially with the amount of time between finals games, one NBA assistant coach told Bleacher Report both teams are definitely looking for any small advantage they can possibly can. I got to talk to the bosses. This is unbelievable. Now, people are saying Draymond Green is losing his focus with this podcast. I beg to differ because his skill set has always been limited. So I've heard people say his superpower, or the thing that really gives him that much of a respect factor, is those intangibles that he got. I don't have a problem with Draymond doing his podcast during the playoffs, during the postseason at all. Give me the real perspective. Give me another perspective than I'm just seeing on ESPN, Fox Sports, and all that other stuff. But is it believable that assistant coaches and coaching staff and teams are focusing on what Draymond Green is saying to get an edge? Is Draymond that stupid to give edges on his podcast? It didn't work for Dallas. They lost. Golden State are a couple games away from winning the championship. So I don't know how this strategy has been successful in the past, especially since he's been doing it all year. But it is what it is, man. You are now rocking with the best. This is the best of 7 Sports Talk. I'm 7 Mitchell with your NBA news. Y'all let me know what y'all think about Draymond Green and all these NBA affiliates feeling like his podcast is helping them lose focus, and they're using the podcast for games versus the Warriors. Jeez, be Christmas, man. I'm 7 Mitchell. This is the best of 7 Sports Talk, and I'm out. Peace. Be sure to check out the rest of this episode and more at the best of 7 on all your favorite listening platforms.